Well, hello everybody. My name is Nathaniel Dodson from tutvid.com, and today we have the first ever of what's going to become a regular tutorial here on the channel. It's an After Effects tutorial. We're going to come out of the gate a little bit slow though. This is going to be a rather quick, rather simple tutorial, but it's a really cool effect, and it's something that if you've never used After Effects, it's an easy way to jump in, get your feet wet, and we're going to work our way up to more advanced effects, more advanced transitions, more advanced lower thirds and special effects and all kinds of stuff here in After Effects. I've never done tutorials on it, so you know what? It is about darn time. If you enjoy this tutorial and you want to see more After Effects tutorials, well, of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you miss none in the future. And oh, today, what are we talking about? We're going to create a fake handheld camera effect, and this is what it looks like. Well, you can see it's happening right now. It's happening right this minute, right here. That's the fake camera effect. We're gonna both simulate a just standard steady handheld effect and also as if you're running with the camera. Here in After Effects, it's super easy, and I think you're gonna like it. All right, so here we are in After Effects. I have this video file right here, this Copenhagen Denmark.mov. I'm gonna right click and choose to create a new composition here from the selection. So boom, create that new composition, looking good. Now, down here in the Layers area, I'm going to hit the letter P to bring up my positioning, and I'm going to Alt or Option and click on the stopwatch. So this is going to drop down the expression panel here. And this is where we do a little bit of coding, but it's also super simple. We're going to type the word wiggle, open parenthesis, and for a good handheld effect, I find that 1 and 35 work well. What do these numbers indicate? Well, the first number 1 is the amount of times a wiggle is executed per second. We want After Effects to wiggle this video 1 time per second, and the 35 is the number of pixels which it will be wiggled in any direction. So 35 pixels, wiggle it once a second, about 35 pixels in any direction. And let's see what happens. So I'm going to click away, and you can see here we've got like black gaps around the video. Well, that's no good. So we need to make the video a little bit bigger to compensate for the size issue here. So once more, select the Copenhagen Denmark.mov layer over here and hit the letter S to bring up scaling. And I'm going to scale this to like, I don't know, 107%. That should be plenty. And then here I can just play through this. So hit the space bar, play through it, and you can see that I just have this like very gentle, graceful, bouncing effect. It looks pretty realistic. So pretty cool. And as it renders here, it's going to look even better. All right, so you can let After Effects do its little rendery render, and it looks pretty good. Now, I can go back. I can hit the letter P to bring up positioning, hit this little arrow key. Let's drop that down, select our expression out here, and let's do like a handheld running effect. For this, we're going to make it a little bit more exaggerated at 55 pixels in any direction, but we also want it to wiggle it 3 times a second in any direction. So let's here check to see how extreme this is. So you can see here we have a much more extreme effect. In fact, there's still some black bars there. So we would go ahead, select that layer, hit S, probably scale it up to maybe 110%, and let's check this out. You can see it's just a much more extreme, like, hey, I'm running with the camera. Doesn't make a lot of sense because the camera is stationary here, and you can see we still would need to do a little sizing adjustment there, but we're not going to be too concerned with that here. One last thing that I will do is I have this little PNG here, which is like an old VHS camera overlay, just with some framing and like, recording and the time and battery indicator and stuff like that. I'll do that. I'll drop this down here, and under transform, which is the option that appears, we're going to hit that little arrow, and we're going to adjust the opacity. Maybe we'll set it to like 80 or something, and then we can just, play through this, and we get this effect as if we're viewing through like an old VHS camera. All that's left to do is make the footage not look so beautifully colored and sharp and contrasting, and really we need to muck the footage up to make it look like an old VHS effect. But that is how you can create a quick handheld camera effect here in After Effects. Like I said, it's short, it's sweet, it's simple. You know what? Hey, this is a perfect time to mention it. Why don't you just follow me on Instagram if you enjoyed this tutorial? I am at Tutvid, at Tutvid. I post all kinds of behind-the-scenes stuff over there that you may just like if you're into After Effects video, graphic, Photoshop, Adobe, and even, just like personal stuff I'll throw up on an Instagram story every once in a while. I won't like vomit on an Instagram story. I will throw it up, as in upload it to my Instagram story. But yeah, I think that's going to be about it for this one, for creating a simple camera wiggle using the wiggle, the waggle expression effect thing right here in Adobe. I almost forgot what it was called for a second. In Adobe After Effects. See? First tutorial on After Effects. Guys, that's it. Get it? Got it? Good. Nathaniel Dodson, tutvid.com. I'll catch you in the next one. And before you go, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more great tutorials every day. Also, buy my course. It helps us do what we do, and this channel is supported by viewers just like you. You can also just click the thumbnail and watch another video from this channel. See you next time, guys.